You're impressive, as mortals go. But in the end, you're just a human with a few toys.
Darkseid is a member of the New Gods race. He is the ruler of Apokolips and is basically a superpowered dictator who is easily on par with Superman in terms of raw power. And many would actually say that he may be more powerful than Superman, as he's one of the few villains who can actually overpower the Man of Steel when he needs to. But despite being able to do this, Darkseid has still been defeated by Batman, a mere mortal, on several occasions. And this video is going to go over all the times that Batman has defeated Darkseid. Now, we won't be counting any times that he has defeated Darkseid with the Justice League or with help from other heroes. This is strictly when Batman has defeated Darkseid in a one-on-one fight, and we're not going to be counting any other times. And with that out of the way, let's get started. Final Crisis. In the comics, Batman has actually managed to kill Darkseid, something which even Superman has failed to do on occasion, even when he was trying to do so.
Because this time, I won't stop until you're just a greasy smear on my fist. Let's go.
Now, Batman does this by using a Radion bullet. Now, Radion is an item that Darkseid's race, the New Gods, are vulnerable to, which basically means that Radon is Darkseid's kryptonite. And so Batman shoots him with a Radion bullet and kills him. Now, as I'm sure you all know, Batman usually doesn't use a gun, but as he says, on this occasion, seeing as how it's Darkseid, he makes an exception. And ironically, Darkseid actually made this bullet himself, so that he could kill a member of the New Gods race. It was his son, Orion, which is pretty evil even by Darkseid standards. And to be fair to Darkseid, he still manages to attack Batman one last time, even though he's been mortally wounded. And the world actually thought the Batman was dead. But ultimately, Batman did survive the encounter and Darkseid didn't, so he clearly wins the fight. Robin rises. In the New 52 comics, Darkseid's minions steal Damian Wayne's corpse, which is of course the son of Batman. They do this because it has special energy inside it that they can use to help power the Omega Cannon. It's a long story as to why they need it, but basically they use it to power up Darkseid after his defeat by the Justice League. But all you really need to know is that Darkseid has Batman's son's body, and Batman goes to Apokolips to bring it back. And during the process, he ends up fighting Darkseid in one-on-one combat. Now, obviously Batman is drastically outclassed in terms of raw power, but Batman manages to survive this by using the Hellbat suit, which many believe to be Batman's most powerful suit, and it was designed and built by the Justice League members to help protect Batman if Darkseid, or other powerful enemies, ever invaded Earth again. And it gives Batman a major power-up, and he more than holds his own against Darkseid. Although the suit draws its power from Bruce Wayne's body, and although, as I said, he holds his own, it actually damn near kills him, and by the end of the fight he's very close to death. And although I wouldn't say he beats Darkseid completely, he does give him a run for his money, and he is able to achieve all his goals and get Damian Wayne's corpse and get his comrades off Apokolips, with Darkseid and his whole army trying to stop him. So that's pretty impressive by anyone's standards. But he doesn't always win with brute strength and gadgets. No, at other times Batman uses his wits and his willpower to defeat him. In both the comic and the film Superman Batman Apokolips, Darkseid has kidnapped Superman's cousin, Supergirl, and Superman, Wonder Woman and Batman go to get her back. And while they're on Apokolips, Batman ends up facing down Darkseid alone. Now, physically, Batman doesn't actually stand a chance, and the fight the two engage in basically sees him getting beaten to a pulp by Darkseid. But Batman has activated Darkseid's Hellspore weapons by cracking the encryption, and he says that unless Darkseid gives them Supergirl, he'll detonate all of these weapons, which will destroy Apokolips and quite probably destroy Darkseid with it.
One Hellspore can turn an entire planet into a fire pit. What'll happen to Apokolips when 500 go off?
And ultimately, Darkseid realizes that he's been beaten and admits defeat.
Take the girl. I will make no move against her.
And Batman has also beaten Darkseid in the TV show Batman the Brave and the Bold, though this one is a little bit more silly than the others. Darkseid defeats the entire Justice League with a single blast, with only Batman left, and Batman manages to convince him not to use his superpowers in the fight, but to face him in physical combat. which really doesn't make any sense as Darkseid can go blow to blow with Superman and Batman has nothing augmenting his strength. But logic doesn't really play a huge part on this show. And at first, Batman gets in a few good blows, but then of course Darkseid is able to knock him to the floor, and it seems like Darkseid has won. That is until the Question opens a series of boom tubes, and Batman is able to knock Darkseid through one and send him back to Apokolips, saving the day. So in the end, Batman does manage to defeat Darkseid. Now this one isn't canon, and it doesn't really make much sense, but I felt it still needed to be mentioned. And that is every time that Batman has defeated Darkseid. Now personally I think the best one of these is when he beats Darkseid by cracking the code for the Hellspores, because this is just the most Batman way of beating him. It's not using brute force to overpower him, but instead it's using his strategy and his mind, and outmaneuvering an opponent to take them down is what Batman is all about. So for me personally, I'd say that's definitely the best. But which one of these is your favourite? And are there any other times you know of that Batman has defeated Darkseid in a one-on-one fight? Be sure to let us know in the comments, and I'd just like to say a quick thank you to those who made this video possible by donating to the Needle Mouse Productions page on Patreon. And as always, thanks for watching, and feel free to subscribe, share, like, and comment.